Hello everyone, my name is Quacknee and I'm here to ask and answer one question. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas as a weeaboo? Now, weeaboo is a generally derogatory term used to describe a Westerner who is obsessed with Japanese culture, especially anime. During my playthrough as the Arizona Ranger, I visited Mick and Ralphs in the Strip and found that they sold a katana, something I did not know was in the game. It was added in the Gunrunners DLC. I've never actually played with any of the DLCs up until recently, so I was surprised to see that it was a weapon, but it immediately gave me an idea for a new challenge run. At first, I was going to do a mall ninja run, but the katana was really the only weapon I could think of that would fit for the RP. There's no ninja stars or anything like that, unless I wanted to mod the textures of other blades in the game, which I didn't really want to do. So it evolved from there into an RP as a weeaboo, as I felt there was more to go off of. And I didn't just stop at weapon restrictions, so let's get on with the rules of the run. I can only use the katana, because I have studied the blade. I cannot talk to women because 2D is better than 3D. However, it's okay if they start the conversation with me. I cannot use stim packs to heal, only food and soda pop. I cannot go to a doctor to heal in any way. I cannot bathe, and by that I mean I cannot use Rataway. And the final rule, I must find my waifu and make a harem, because I deserve it as the alpha. And a secondary challenge to myself, I must collect all 8 snow globes in the base game. I am a connoisseur of collectibles after all. Some other additional information, I will be playing on the normal difficulty of the PC version of Fallout New Vegas with all DLC and some mods. But not stabilizing mods or anything like that. I decided that the crash counter was a bit too funny, so for your amusement, I will endure. But the mods I have for this run, I actually made myself. Nothing too major, it took a little while to learn how to do it, but once I learned how, it was actually pretty simple. I won't spoil what I did, so you'll just have to watch to find out, but I was quite proud of myself. And before we get started, I'd like to thank my channel members for their support this month. Thank you, Fallout Boy. And with the rules established, let's get on with the run. I awake in Doc Mitchell's house with my face freshly reconstructed from a bullet wound and revenge on my mind. I name myself appropriately, and I do my best to look like the peak alpha male that I am. My special stats are as follows. 1 strength, rest in peace my melee build. 8 perception, 9 endurance. My mommy fed me chicken tendies my entire life, and it's made me a big boy. 1 charisma, because obviously. 9 intelligence, because you couldn't even comprehend my intellect. 3 agility, and 9 luck. After all, I'd have to be this lucky to still be alive inside this wasteland. For my tag skills, I take melee weapons, I study the blade, of course, repair, and survival. I'll need the survival skill to increase the healing from food, which is all I can use. I could have also gone with science instead of repair, it certainly fits the RP, but repair seemed more useful at the start of the game. For my perks, I take 4 eyes, and for the first time I take Hoarder. The extra carry weight with my 1 strength will come in handy, and I feel like it fits the RP. After Doc Mitchell gives me the BitBoy, I go through his house and loot anything of value to sell and to satisfy the Hoarder perk. The Volt suit he gave me didn't match my style, so I chose not to wear it. When I enter the Good Spring Saloon, I am approached by a woman named Sunny Smiles. I stamper my way through a conversation and somehow end up agreeing to shoot a gun with her. Out back, she gives me a varmint rifle and I embarrass myself with my poor aim. I'm also pretty sure she's trying to kill me as the recoil almost takes my arm off at the shoulder. She asks me if I want to learn more, but I see through her friendly exterior. She's mocking me and she'll pay for it. I return to the saloon and see Joe Cobb talking to the owner. Now this is a fellow alpha male, not afraid to get what he wants and speak his mind. I decide I should talk to him. When I speak to Joe Cobb, he tells me he's looking for a guy named Ringo who owes him money, and the town is keeping him hidden. That doesn't sit right with me, so I convince him to take over the town for himself, and that I'll find Ringo for him. But before I do that, I need a weapon. Oh look, a snow globe. I make my way to Freeside, and first things first, I need money, so I go to the Atomic Wrangler to do some gambling. I turn all my money into chips, and before long, I have almost 5,000. I cash in, and the cashier gives me some alcohol and some gambling clothes as a gift. Definitely not my style. I look ridiculous. Then I go to Mick and Ralphs to see what weapons they have. And there I find the greatest weapon made by man, the katana, an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Now I just need some clothes, and I saw someone at the Atomic Wrangler who has just what I need. Caleb McCaffrey, I like your coat. I want it. I use the stealth boy from the Good Spring School and take what's mine. Oh yeah, now this is my style. I look good. Now that I'm armed and clothed, I return to Good Springs, and I find Ringo hiding in an old gas station. I waste no time showing him my skills with the blade. After that, I return to Joe Cobb with the good news, and we then make our assault on Good Springs to take control. Making my way down the road, this NCR pig stops to tell me to be careful about some escaped convicts at Prim. I tell him to mind his own damn business. When I entered the Prim Casino for the first time, my game crashed. I talked to Johnson Nash to get some information on the man who shot me, and he asked for my help getting back their captured deputy. I don't have any respect for the law, but if it gets me the information I need, I'll do it. The convicts proved no match for me, and I find Deputy Beagle no problem. He's a sniveling coward, so I cut him loose, and he runs away. Back at the casino, I talk to Deputy Beagle and learn even more about how much of a bitch he is. So, to be done with it, I replace him with a reprogrammed Prim Slim to be the new sheriff, and then I call it a day. It's then I make my way to Nipton, finding it in ashes and ruins. When I'm approached by Vulpus, a member of Caesar's Legion, he tells me that Nipton was a town of sinners and paid for it. While I agree with him, he vaguely threatened me, so I taught him not to mess with the protagonist.
Not even close, baby.
I drink some soda pop to heal my wounds and make my way to Novak. While there, I do some trading with Cliff and find a mod for my katana that increases its attack speed. Then I return to New Vegas and make my way to the strip proper, but first, I must pass a credit check. Once I get past the checkpoint, the robot who saved my life, Victor, invites me into the Lucky 38 casino to meet Felix Sama, who controls all these sexy Securitrons. Wowee mama. These Securitrons are doing something for me. Such elegant femininity. And those curves, I think I could fall in love. Up the tower of the Lucky 38, I meet the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I am completely enamored by her. Her beauty is comparable to none. She quickly wraps me around her finger with her feminine charm. I knew I was in love. This woman, Felix-kun, is my waifu. And I would do anything for her. I would die for her. She tells me that the man who shot me in the head is named Benny, and he stole a package from me that I was supposed to deliver to her, a platinum chip. And it just so happens this man is here on the strip. She also tells me that I can probably talk to one of his men, Swank, and convince him to help me take Benny down without giving him an opportunity to run off with the chip. Oh hey, another snow globe. When I enter the Tops Casino, my weapon is taken by security. Seeing Benny gives me a ton of XP, and I take the Old World Gourmet perk to make my food more effective. I then try to talk to Swank about Benny, but I don't have enough evidence for Swank to believe me. So I go talk to Benny. He tries and sweet talks his way out of things, and I play it cool to not spook him. But what I really want is his room key, so I steal it from his pocket. With his key, I let myself into his room and discover a hidden room in the back with a Securitron named Yes Man inside. Benny stole him from Felix-kun and is using him on his plans to take over the strip. Using this information is enough evidence to convince Swank to give me my katana and to send Benny up to his room so I can take care of him. And then my game crashed. When I do get up to Benny's room, he again tries to convince me to his side, but nothing will make me betray my waifu. With Benny dead, I take the platinum chip and I return to Felix-kun. Back at the Lucky 38, I give Felix-kun the platinum chip, and she tells me the chip holds valuable information that can upgrade the sexy Securitrons to make them more explosive. Securitrons upgraded, now Felix-kun needs me to infiltrate Caesar's camp and enter Fortification Hill with the platinum chip. Admiral Megumin, you're looking adorable today, m'lady. I stop at a campfire at some point and cook up some food on my way to Caesar's camp. I'm able to enter Caesar's camp without any issues. It's here that Caesar himself tells me he wants me to go into Fortification Hill as well, but he wants me to destroy everything inside so that he's not threatened by Felix-kun. I lie to him and I tell him that I'll do just that. I insert the platinum chip into this console and unlock the staircase to bring me down. Inside, Felix-kun tells me that there is an army of Securitrons down here built before the war, and I will be activating them. But the security down here is not under her control, so I will have to fight my way through it. The Protectrons offer no real threat to me, but these Mark II turrets shred through my duster and deal massive damage. But nothing will stop me from serving my Felix-kun, so I take breaks to eat food and drink some soda pop when I need to heal. The frequent food breaks actually make me stay down here long enough to get my first level of radiation poisoning. Eventually, I make it to the end and upgrade all the stored Securitrons for Felix-kun. Back at the Lucky 38, Felix-kun gives me my next objective. I must go see the Boomers and either convince them to join us or neutralize them. Outside the Boomers airstrip, I tell George to take a hike. I am the most intelligent man alive, and I don't need his help. I hug the left cliff face and make it to the Boomers fence with barely a scratch on me. At the entrance, I tell the Boomer guards I mean them no harm and just wish to talk, so they take me to their leader, Pearl. While I'm alone with Pearl, before I can even explain to her my offer of peace, she gets into bed and begs me to join her. I'm offended she thinks I would do such a thing with a 3D woman like her, so I defend my honor, and the honor of Felix-kun. Pearl must be a fool to think she could even begin to compare to my waifu Felix-kun. Some more Boomers run into the house and attack me before I can explain what happened, so I'm left with no choice but to defend myself. At this point, peace is not an option, so I go to the Boomers' other leader, Loyal, and tell him how this is all Pearl's fault. I return to Felix-kun and tell her what happened. She isn't too happy that things weren't peaceful, but when I tell her what Pearl did, she understands I did what I had to do to protect our love. She then tasks me with investigating the Armadas on the strip to see if they could be possible allies. When I arrive, my weapons are confiscated from me, so I must complete my investigation without my trusty blade. As soon as I walk into the casino, I see two degenerates having sex in front of everyone. What kind of establishment is this? I check out the bar, and it doesn't sell just alcohol. It has loads of drugs, so I buy them all in a way to confiscate them. And then, this disgusting woman prostitutes herself to me. She's a common whore, and she's mocking me. She thinks I couldn't convince a woman to have sex with me. This whole place is filth, and it deserves to burn. I leave the casino to get my things back, and when I return, it's time to clean up this mess. I thought it was cool that I could instant transmission across the counter to kill this cashier using VATS, but then I just stood there and got shot to death instead of actually attacking. And then my game just stayed that way. So I had to Alt F4.
Wow! Congratulations!
I tried it again, and when I got to the other side, I actually killed him this time, but he didn't have a key, and the door out was very hard, and I couldn't pick it. So I had to wait for somebody close to the counter again, so I could do the same thing. I tell Felix-kun the horrors and sin I saw at the Emeritus, and she's grateful that they're no longer alive. Next, she tells me to destroy the remnants of the Brotherhoods of Steel. It's at this point I talk to Jane, one of Felix Kuhn's personal Securitrons, and she tells me that Felix Kuhn loves to collect snow globes. I happen to have 2 already, but I vowed to collect the other 6. But first, I'll take on the Brotherhood. When I find them, they take me hostage, confiscate my belongings, and strap a bomb to my neck. Big mistake. When I'm brought to their leader, Elder McNamara, he tells me that if I want the bomb removed, I need to take care of an NCR ranger nearby to earn their trust. Also, because they took my clothes off and my clothes had no condition left, I couldn't put them back on. But I also can't leave to get them repaired, so I'll be taking on the Brotherhood naked. I have no allegiance to the NCR, so I dispatch of this ranger without issue. When I return to Elder McNamara, he tells me I'm free to go now, but if I'm looking for work, they could use my help. As if. As I was exploring the bunker, I find a terminal that can cause the bunker to self-destruct. Very convenient. I don't have high enough science to hack the computer, so I need to find 3 keys from the leaders of the Brotherhood to generate a password. I steal the first one from Scribe Taggart. The next from Elder McNamara. And the last one from Paladin Hardin. With the 3 keys, I return to the unguarded terminal and get a password, and then set the bunker to self-destruct. I don't stop to fight anyone and just make a mad dash outside. The bunker implodes behind me when I'm safe. Felix Kuhn is impressed with my work and tells me the NCR president had his head blown off by a Legion assassin. The assault on Hoover Dam is drawing near. Next, Felix Kuhn needs me to go to the El Dorado electrical substation and redirect its power to be used to jumpstart the Lucky 38 dormant reactor. But before heading out, I stop at Mick and Ralphs and get my things repaired. And then I decide I'll take the time to go find all those snow globes. One here in the Mormon Ford Tower. There's another in the Boomer Museum, but they weren't too happy to see me again. Eventually, I make my way there, and I grab it. The next one is inside Sarah's Vault 21 hotel room. I steal Sarah's room key to get to it. I find it on the table by the bed. I did some more snooping around, and I found out that Sarah has some sexy underwear in her dresser. What Felix Kuhn doesn't know won't hurt her. On my way to Jacobstown, I pass by the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters. I decide to raid the place to find as much soda pop as I can. 91 bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla. Nice. I then get ambushed by some Legion soldiers. Defeating them levels me up, and I take the Rat Child perk. I figured I might as well since I can't get rid of rats, and it should help with healing. When I arrive at the front gate of Jacobstown, Marcus lets me right in. And the snow globe is right here on the front desk. The last snow globe is right here at Hoover Dam. With all 8 collected, I head back to Jane and give them to her so she can put them on display for Felix Kuhn. Now it's off to the El Dorado electrical substation. I don't want to get into it, but I got lost. For longer than I should have. On the wrong side of the mountain. And I got a lot of rads. Anyway, I find the substation and head inside, where I have to fight a bunch of NCR troopers who were sleeping on the job. And then I power up the substation. I return to Felix Kuhn again, and she tells me that the time is now. Caesar's Legion is marching on the dam, and I should make my way there with our Megamine army to ensure our victory over the NCR and the Legion. When I get to the dam, Admiral Megamine is by my side, and we charge into battle against the Legion. When we make it inside, I run past these NCR guards who then open fire on me. I take one down and leave the other for Admiral Megamine. I then override the control box and give Felix Kuhn control over the dam. During our final fight to get across the dam, Admiral Megamine fell in the line of duty. She gave her life bravely, and I did not let her die in vain. My anger got the best of me, and I threw the corpse of the Centurion off the dam. Now I arrive at the Legate's camp for the final showdown. With the Legate defeated, General Lee Oliver arrives at the dam to claim victory. That's when I hand him his terms of surrender. He's not too happy about the idea, but when Felix Kuhn and our army of Megamines arrive, it's clear we're not giving him a choice. The general refuses to surrender, and he gets put down. And with that, the game is over, and I can finally answer the question. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas as a Weeaboo? Yes. Yes, you can. I had a lot of fun with this run. Despite all the restrictions, it really wasn't too hard, and the Katana and the RP were fun to play with. Also, modding Mr. House and the Securitrons kept me laughing every time. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Check out our Discord in the description, leave a comment below for what challenge run you'd like to see next, and with that, I'll see you next time. Check out this weird glitch I got. This is apparently how they do the ending cutscene. You're just in a room, staring at a wall.
Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic